Hi guys, welcome to the Fourth Moment Weekly Roundup, and this is where you get your weekly dose of local football action. And with me as usual is Andrew Pequeno. Andrew, how's it?
Fine, thanks. And you, Shamiel?
All right, this is our final show for the year, for 2022.
It's sad, eh? It's sad. It's been a long year.
I'm not too sad, I'm glad. I've got a break coming, so that's fine.
Me as well, but it's been a long year, but we've had a lot of good things that have happened this year, which we'll go through a bit later.
Yeah.
But no, it's been a good week. I think the weather's heating up here in Cape Town. The thunderstorms are all gone, and we had a bit of a lightning storm on Saturday at one of the games that we live streamed, which we'll get to a bit later.
Which was also fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
We were looking forward to that. No?
Oh, it was fun.
Right, let's just go quickly to the results of the third division that took place, well, the last weekend of the third division that took place this weekend. We're going to go do that quickly. Looking at the results there, Woodlands and Cape Town United 3-2 to Milano. Well, Cape Town United Milano playing under Cape Town United.
Yeah, no, good result that, eh? The beach was playing Derby in Heidelveld.
Yeah.
No, it was a good game by all accounts. Spoke to the coach of Woodlands. He wasn't very happy with the result. But you know, things happen. It's a derby. Yeah. Woodlands were up. Milano came back, took the lead and won the game 3-2. So it's a good result for Milano. They picked up a couple of wins now in a row. Yeah. They're back on track by the looks of things.
Yeah. And obviously, you remember there's that promise of the big guns coming in the new January, open in the January window. So maybe they'll get more positive results after.
A lot of teams are getting big guns. So let's see what happens. See whose guns are bigger.
Then our sort of front runners at the moment, Renatarians beating FC Hout by 4-2. That's a good score there.
Yeah, listen, and Trinis were down.
Yeah, 1-0.
Sure, 1-0 down at halftime. They obviously, pressed the attack button in the second half. And like I always say, it's tough to beat Trinis in Eitzig. It's a tough venue, home crowd support. Yeah. And Trinis are a tough team to beat. Yeah. And they come back from their loss against Greenwood in the week, so it's a good result for them. Good
for Coach Zahir there. And then the match that took place late on Friday night in Downburg Road. Premier United Invincible Cravenby. Remember, that was the match we said somebody needs to get the result there. And Premier winning that one 4-3.
Yeah, listen, late night fireworks there, 4-3. Yeah. By all accounts, from what I heard, it was end to end. Both teams tried to get the points. Yeah. And listen, Premier ended up with the 3 points and got them out the relegation zone now. Yeah. And Invincible Cravenby, like we mentioned last week, they need to get a lot of people in. Yeah,
they need to definitely do something there. And then just looking quickly at the other results, Ocean View still struggling a bit. They're losing 2-1 to Jamestown United. Matruas beating Jomo Powers 2-0. That was at Elsbury Park. And the match on Sunday was City over Junction Rovers 5-3. City seems to be back on track there.
Yeah, listen, the City players, they've been playing basically the whole year. And I think, the players came back from national duty, which we'll talk also about a bit later with Coach Duncan's guys. They came back from national duty. They hit the ground running. 5-3 against Junction. Junction have been on a high. Yeah, they're in the top 5-6 in the league. So it's a good result for Cape Town City.
Yeah, and then before we look at the log there, the match that we streamed that we have to talk about, Saxon Rovers versus Greenwood. What a match to actually go watch live and have streamed live of that unexpected result coming through.
Now, first of all, I'd like to thank all the Greenwood supporters for voting for that game. It was actually, from our point of view, when we were commentating and our vantage point from a neutral, it was actually a good game to watch. Greenwood came out the blocks, they took the lead, they 1-0 up. Saxons came back into the game the last 15 minutes of the first half. They scored from a corner to make it 1-1. A keeper error early in the second half and looked like Greenwood are going to take control. They were 2-1 up and we all thought, okay, now they'll manage the game. They got the win behind them. And then two goals. Two goals changed the whole game. They call him Buster, I was told afterwards.
Who's this now?
The striker. Courtney, yeah.
Okay.
Courtney Smith, they call him Buster, and he busted the net with those 2 goals. Listen, great result for Saxons. Listen, they were a team that was looking for that elusive win. They got their win. And to beat the top team, Greenwood, is never easy. But they showed their heart and courage. The other thing we always got to remember is they brought those 3 under-21 players off the bench. And those boys actually made the difference. They pace out on the wings. They were causing problems for the Greenwood defence. And listen, it's a good result for Saxons, and hopefully the momentum they can carry on from there in January. Greenwood, on the other hand, it's a knock, but they're still top of the log, which
Yeah,
we'll get to.
and I think they know they didn't have all the players present also. So I think looking at the team that we saw, I mean, I said to Coach Lionel also in the interview, I mean, I like the makeup of the team. There's a lot of youth, there's a lot of experience, and the youth is also pace, it's calmness, it's quality players that's there. So there's no wonder why they're sitting in the position that they're sitting. So I think if they just take this on the chin and carry on, they'll probably continue their good run come January.
And listen, you know, at the end of the day, you did some interviews as well after the game.
Yeah.
And you got some more insight into it, and I'm sure the viewers will enjoy that.
Yeah, so yeah, just as Andrew said there, this is what both coaches of the teams had to say after the match. Guys, we go here with Coach Lionel Miller. We just finished the match, 3-2 losers on the day, Coach. Firstly, how was the game?
Tough. The grass patch, difficult, thick,
Yeah.
windy, humid on the day. But well done to Saxon Rovers.
You guys looked like you were very comfortable in the beginning. Then after halftime, is that a forced injury to Mark there?
Forced injury to Mark. Our other centre back is up. And the one that was supposed to be at the backup, he couldn't because he's working today. So we had to do with a makeshift defence.
Yeah.
Which was a bit tough. They held their own, but one or two mistakes.
Yeah.
Saxon took their chances in the beginning.
Yeah. So far, a good season. This is maybe just a sort of a bump in the road. You guys are looking good. You going for it this year?
Definitely. Like everybody else is going to be doing it. I just heard now that the Rotarians won their game.
Yes.
So obviously it's
tight.
nail-biting and it's exciting. It's exciting. But we continue going.
Yeah.
We continue going.
Team looks very different to last year.
Yes.
Looks younger. Looks more like going forward. Yeah, there's a lot of energy. Obviously, good thinking behind that.
Yes, no, well, we learned our lessons from the previous seasons. So what we did was we bolstered up in certain areas, which worked.
Yeah.
But now I think in January we do another one or two.
Yeah.
But the youngsters stepped up. They're looking solid.
Yes.
It's just we have to work harder.
Piano Jacobs looking very good there.
Very
good. Mamba.
Yes.
I like the team. I must say it looks very.
Thank you.
Very good. So.
It's
just not today.
Just not today. Well, it's fine. That's football.
Yeah.
That's football. You win some, you lose some. And I would say we dominated the game. We silly mistakes. We had opportunities. We didn't take it. Saxon took it. So well done to Saxon.
Good luck for today. Thanks for chatting to us. That was tough, but yeah, good luck with the rest of the season. Guys, Coach Lionel Miller from Greenwood having a chat to us, and yeah, till next time.
Thank you.
Guys, we're here with Coach Shannon Atkins from Saxon Rovers, who've just won the log leaders Greenwood Athletic 3-2. Coach, well done.
Thank you.
How was the game for you?
Well, end to end, you know, we played well. We were positive in certain stages. We were on the back foot. Credit to Greenwood. I mean, I can see why they are top of the log. But credit to my boys as well. We finally got that first 3 points.
Yeah.
Very proud of them.
Yeah.
Good way to end the year. So yeah, very proud of them.
I heard it's sort of a makeshift team because some players not here today.
Yeah, we only had what 14, 15, including the goalkeeper coach. So. Like I said, credit to them, they dug deep, so 3 points.
I must just say about the team, the Wilson boy, Raymond Wilson, for me, man of the match.
Class.
How old is he?
I think it could be 18.
18
years old. I mean, what takes me about a year, but I mean, he's giant on the pitch. So, yeah.
And the changes as well, brought up the pace with the guys.
No, for sure. Wafa and Jordan as well. Yeah. Credit to them.
It's been a tough season so far. What are you guys looking to do? Your first season in the third division. What's sort of the goal going forward now from January?
To compete in at every turn. I mean, we're not just here to take part. We would like to be up there with the Greens, but we can see that it's a process. Definitely reinforcements. Coming off the back of what 3-4 threes and 1 draw, so 1 point of 12. But yeah, we always knew that we had this sort of performance in us. So it's definitely something to do.
Coach, thanks for chatting to us and well done, and we wish you everything of the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And guys, that was Coach Atkins, chatting to us about just after the win against Greenwood. Thanks. Yeah, that was the two coaches of the teams there. And then also at the match was Zane Raycliffe, who everybody knows in the Cape Town Tigerberg League, but Zane also assists the fourth moment with our coaching workshops which we have, and we'll have some more in January. And we thought we'd pull Zane aside and get his opinion of the match. So this was his account. Hi guys, yes, we're here with Coach Zane Raycliffe, who's obviously part of our fourth moment coaching team. Coach, how was the match for you?
From what I could pick up, I picked up a lot of mistakes in the game. So a lot of the goals that were conceded, I think 3 of the goals were from mistakes, defensive errors. I think that the first half, it was the half that Greenwood dominated, and in the second half, Saxon was played himself nicely in the game.
I think from our side, look, obviously we're talking coaching now. We're not going to worry about too much else. But for me, Saxon in the first half especially, they were sort of too defensive. Once they started putting that extra man forward, it allowed Greenwood to have to also come defend. And that's where they sort of started coming in the game. That was at the end of the first half.
Funny enough, the wind was blowing down towards it. Most of the goals were scored into the wind.
Yes.
And with Saxon, I was scoring in the second half into the wind. I found it funny that Greenwood didn't press him high enough. The deeper Greenwood went, the more mistakes they made.
Yes.
So I think they allowed Saxon to play themselves into the game. And funny enough, against the wind, most of the goals were conceded. I found that very funny. So from a tactical side, I just think that maybe with both teams, when you play with the wind, you obviously press higher, allow the team to make mistakes high up the field so that you can capitalize.
I felt Greenwood was when they were with the wind, they looked very comfortable, especially in the final third. It wasn't, direct. But also they were trying to put passes together on the side of the field, then sort of getting across. Instead of maybe I would have just been more direct. You were the wind shots. Goalkeeper wasn't too solid, honestly, in the first half. The second half he got into it. Does that sort of warrant any?
I agree. I picked up also that they were struggling a bit with the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper wasn't put under enough pressure. They were trying the Saxon goalkeeper, they were trying to use some of the width. And then when the ball goes wide, they didn't play penetrative passes quick enough forward to obviously get himself on the front foot. Okay, you will understand.
Okay, so yes, that was just a word from Coach Zane Radcliffe there, part of our coaching team here at the fourth moment. And just while we're on that, early in the new year, we've got a couple of workshops lined up with Coach Zane Radcliffe taking charge there, so look out for that. Coach, thanks for chatting to us as usual.
You're welcome, guys.
Till next time. Okay, so that was Zane Radcliffe there giving his opinion on the match. And then looking at the log, Andrew, Greenwood, although they've lost on Saturday, they're still top of the log?
Yeah, 19 points. They're 1 point clear of Vasco da Gama. Where, Vasco beat Cape Moya 2-0 on Friday. They're also on the run. They've lost 2 games. But they've won their last 4, so they're on a nice run up the log.
First time Vasco's this high on the log, eh?
Yeah, last year
in the third division.
Last year they were struggling in the relegation zone, and they got a nice little boost the last 4 or 5 games of the season. But they've got a nice technical team there. I mean, Barry Peterson, the goalkeeper coach, Anwar Galant, they were both assisted me last year at Hanover Park.
I was going to say, they sound familiar.
Yeah, I know. They assisted me at Hanover Park last year. They're now at Vasco. They're doing, them and the experience of their coach Keith Daniels. They've got a nice technical team, and the players have bought into the way they want to play. And listen, they're there.
Yeah, and then also obviously Trinitarians back to where they need to be, top 5 there in 3rd spot. Also Silver Spurs obviously always going to be in the mix in 4th, and then Jamestown in 5th spot there. So yeah, if you want to have a look at the rest of the log, go to our website www.thefourthmoment.co.za, and you can catch the rest of the log there. Also, still early days, we're not even a third in the season yet, but if you look at the bottom of the log, Invincible Cravenby New Boys with 3 points. Ocean View, obviously big changes there, so they're struggling a bit at the moment. Goal 50 Unite will always find a way to sort of survive. Last year they had a good run though. And then Saxon, that 3 points did them well. They now pushed up to 15th spot. And then Premier United, like Andrew said earlier, out of relegation zone in 13th spot with 9 points. So that's the bottom of the log.
I mean, if you look at it, Shamiel, I mean, if we just take the log as it looks, a team like Cape Town City are 14th, and they've got 8 points with a game in hand. They win the game in hand, they go to 11. They're only 8 points behind Greenwood, and there's still 26 games to go. So, it's anything can happen this log. If you go on a run, we all know the 3rd division. If you win 3 or 4 games in a row, all of a sudden you're up near the top of the table.
Yeah, okay, so that's basically the 3rd division done and dusted. We're back on is it the 13th or the 14th of Jan?
Back on the 14th of Jan. Well, Friday the 13th will be the first games.
So also the ABC Motsepe League will also be kicking off the same weekend. So for now, next couple of weeks, we can take it off. No regional football taking place. No. So what we thought we'll do with this show, we're going to look at some of the highlights of this season, where the fourth moment was not involved, but where we were, the highlights that we witnessed. Andrew, you want to kick it off there?
Yeah, listen, there were a lot of highlights this year. I think, we had such big tournaments this year. I think I'll start it from my side. One of my highlights was Cape Town Spurs winning the Bale. everybody spoke about Spurs and how they were going, and quite ironic that towards the end of last year, Shamiel did an interview with Duncan Crowley, and he was telling us about the philosophy. It's still there, and the youth will come through. There will be a success again, and that just filtered back into the Bale. And Cape Town Spurs winning the Bale was one of my highlights. And then my next highlight is Cape Town City. We were at the Engine, wonderfully held the game at Langa by Wanderers. Cape Town City winning the Engine. It was a great performance. Tristan Brunt, player of the tournament. They then went to the Nationals, unfortunately lost to Kaizer Chiefs. But it showed the progression of Cape Town City. Coach Byron Cottle's team, they were excellent at the Engine.
Coach Byron also regaining that award of Coach of the Tournament at the Cape Town version. And then also first for the fourth moment, being able to stream at the Engine, which and work with Wanderers, the host of the Engine. So that was brilliant. Yeah, that was great. And we look forward to that happening again this year. And then, and then also obviously Nova Park, third division, winning the league there, also gaining promotion to the ABC Motsepe together with battalions. So that was also definitely a highlight. We were there. Obviously we couldn't stream that weekend. Yeah. The rain and it wasn't good enough to do that. But yeah, that's definitely a highlight. And then also talking about the third division, Zizwe beating FN Rangers in the ABC final, which we also streamed.
Yes.
So we've been doing a lot of streaming this year, and all at vital games. Maybe with a good omen there for the team.
Yeah, if you'd like to get promotion, please contact us and we'll live stream the game.
Unfortunately, Zizwe though couldn't make it obviously in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then we've got the Cup where you were heavily involved in there, Andrew.
Yeah, listen, I was involved in the earlier rounds until I was eliminated.
Involved, I mean, you were following it.
Very, very, very exciting year. This year we had a lot of firsts in the Coke, a lot of new teams coming through. Our semi-finalists were basically new teams that were in the semi-finals for the first time. And then we had a new winner of the Coke. Yeah. In the senior, the men's section, a club that's 3 years old, Diodora Football Club, winning it. It's brilliant. They had a plan, they had a vision to go as far as they could in the Coke. Yeah. And at the end of the day, they executed. So they won the senior section. Let's not forget again, it's been a great year for Cape Town City. Cape Town City winning the under 18 Coke Cup. It's from the Engine to the Coke. It was a good transition for them. Yeah. And then we had UCT winning the ladies section. Yeah. Congrats again to Coach Parker. I think it's the second time that he's won the Coke now with
the second time UCT.
And it was brilliant. Well done to UCT and Coach Parker.
And then obviously we had our Super Cup tournament, which took place in November at William Herbert. Was a fantastic event for us this year. Obviously, first one post-COVID. Yeah. So a lot of new rules and things that we had to contend with. But yes, Coach Moritz and the boys there, and Chris Bergman with Ubuntu retaining their title, beating Bayview in the final. And well done to Bayview for getting to the final. Sure. First time they got to the final of the Super Cup. They've been there from the beginning. So and I can tell you what, for the Super Cup 2023, you can look forward to some even more exciting things happening there.
Yes. Lots more exciting things, bigger and better.
Also, Invincible Cravenby, ladies there, winning or gaining promotion to the Sessa League.
Yes, and we were talking about Invincible a lot because they won a run in the Coke Cup as well until they were no longer Invincible.
But it's fine because they got promotion.
Correct.
So okay.
And promotion to the Sessa League is great for a club like Invincible Cravenby, a community club. And let's hope they step up again, just like Vasco did, and see where they go. Yeah. Maybe get into the Hollywood bets next year.
Yeah, definitely. And then obviously at the end of this season, after all the LFA playoffs took place, we had obviously two winners there, Seaside Spurs and Crystal Palace gaining promotion. Crystal Palace again winning promotion for the third division after being there before. And obviously new team Seaside Spurs in their first attempt doing that also. Yeah, but before we actually have that chat to Earl, and before we end the show, we got to talk about the World Cup.
Oh,
the final.
Shamiel.
Where did you watch the final firstly?
I watched it with family,
Is it?
It was mixed emotions. I was sort of in the French camp, but it was one of the best World Cup finals ever.
I think it was fantastic. I watched it between my phone, TV, and I was at the Cape Town Market, watched a bit over there. It's like everywhere, driving, watching it.
It was a long final.
But it was fantastic.
That was brilliant.
Finally, Messi's got his hands.
Yeah, Messi's got his pot of gold, excuse the pun. But congrats to Argentina. Yeah. After losing their first game 2-1 against Saudi Arabia, people wrote them off. I know, but once again, it shows the World Cup is a tournament. It isn't just a once-off game. So congrats to Argentina and all the Argentinian supporters out there. They're world champions for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
And Messi's finally achieved everything.
Yeah, and I must say I was very excited about Kylian Mbappe. I mean, the way he just look, I'm not really a fan, but the way he turned it on when he got the opportunity.
Sure.
And I mean, he showed Harry Kane how to take 2 penalties in 1 match.
He showed Harry Kane, and for a player, he scored the first hat-trick since 1966 in the World Cup final.
Yeah.
And Mbappe is just going to be the new superstar. Obviously, he's got to have the right people around him to keep him grounded and everything, but he seems like he's got a good level head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that there had to be a winner or a loser, but he's now set the stage for himself for the next couple of years.
Definitely. Yeah, guys, that's our story.
Yeah.
Fleet was a story.
It's our story for the year.
For the
Finished.
year, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so before we go, we got to say thanks to the people that supported us during 2022.
Yeah.
Laura Sport.
Yeah, Laura Sport, we're going to be known as Vecchio in 2023. Congratulations to them on their name change, and thank you for the support throughout the season. It's been wonderful to wear the new attire this year, supporting us in our tournament. Thank you for all of that. And obviously, the new kids on the block that came and supported us at our live stream on Saturday, GSM Roofing, for the scaffolding. It was a wonderful vantage point for us. Yeah. Even though the wind blew, we were still safe up there. So thank you very much for coming on board, and we're hoping to have build a relationship next year as well.
Hopefully we can have you guys on board for the next year. Guys, I think that's all from our side. And like we said, safe holidays, and we'll see you back in 2023.
Cheers.